and welcome to a little couple of cards I'm going to make today for you, partly to feature the wonderful new in colours and also one of the new sets. Well, I'm actually just featuring the die cut sets because I thought they were so pretty. So we're making a card, and the new in colours, which you may have heard out already, are, let me see if I can find some to go along as we do it, it's Misty Moonlight, Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, Bumblebee, and Magenta Madness. So these are all the new in colours, and we're going to feature them in slightly bigger styles than just these little ones in the cards that I'm going to do for you now. So the Ornate Border set has some beautiful borders, and some of the things that you can produce with it are really, so they give a really beautiful effect, really straightforwardly. Here's a couple of samples of the borders. This one's obviously in the Misty Moonlight, and this one's in Bumblebee, and I just think they look stunning. The other thing you can do is that they can do borders on the edge of a card. So here's one from earlier, difficult to see, but see what I've done. So I've done a card base here in Magenta Madness. So really going to feature the new colours today. So the Magenta Madness, and look how fantastic this looks when it's put on top. There, isn't that pretty? So actually what you're seeing is a really pretty card for comparatively little effort. So what I'm just going to do to make this work now is I've got my snail glue, and I'm just going to snail down the edges, and I'm just going to put a little extra bit inside because the edge of the border will flap about a bit otherwise. And then I'm just going to pop it onto the Magenta Madness card base, and there you have a very beautiful card, very simply. So these ornate borders are really lovely because you can produce beautiful effects in a very quick amount of time. Now what you could do is, obviously in the ornate borders you also have extras, so you could add some extra small flowers. As you know, we prefer to do ours in sort of threes. We think that works quite well. And just, there we go, 3 little extra flowers on the bottom. And if you didn't want to use snail glue, a little bit of fine tip glue, just to put a dollop on the edges, means they can just very quickly add a little pop of extra colour onto the card. You could always contrast it, so instead of the, you don't have to have all the same colour flowers, you could have different colour flowers, and obviously you could add a sentiment if you wanted to. So that's a very quick and easy card using the Ornate Borders. The other one I just wanted to show you, again uses Ornate Borders. We're going to use a white card base here, and Whisper White. Now this piece of card I've also run through an embossing folder called the Subtles embossing folder, and it is very subtle, probably so subtle you may or may not be able to pick it up here. It just gives a sort of linen effect across the card. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some dimensionals to just pop the corners on this. And now this card I'm going to do horizontally instead of vertically. So I'm just going to put the piece of card that I've done the Subtles embossing folder on, and just pop that on the card base, there we go. And I'm going to take, as I showed you earlier, the strip of Bumblebee border, and I'm going to do it diagonally. So it's, again, a very simple card, but one which is very effective. So likewise, I'm also going to use a bit of fine tip glue just to put a little bit of in and around some of these edges. There we go. And then I'm just going to position, and I am going to do it diagonally because I just think it adds a little bit of different interest. There we go. There we go. I tend to just turn it over gently and just give it a quick push down to make sure everything is glued down. There we are. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of extra interest with some Diamantes, and again on our rule of 3, and I don't think about these, if you think about them too much and where you're positioning them, that's when it all becomes a bit stressy. So 3 or 5s, and there we go. I've just done 3 today. So there we go. There are 3 cards there, 2 cards rather, can't count, using ornate borders and featuring some of the fantastic new in colours. I hope you enjoyed doing those, and I hope you'll be able to make those cards very soon. Bye bye.